Got a sudden bill that just can't wait? Or maybe an unexpected expense popped up before your next paycheck hits. If you've ever found yourself in that all-too-common financial pinch, you've probably wondered about quick, accessible solutions. And if you're in Australia, chances are you've heard of Beforepay, an app that promises to get you paid, well, before payday. But how do you actually qualify for it? What are the hoops you need to jump through to access those funds when you need them most? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Beforepay isn't a loan in the traditional sense, nor is it a payday lender that charges exorbitant interest. Instead, it's a wage advance service that lets you access a portion of your already earned income, typically up to $2,000, for a fixed fee. Think of it as getting a small advance on your salary. This can be a lifesaver for managing those short-term cash flow gaps without getting caught in a debt spiral. So, let's get down to brass tacks, the qualification criteria. First and foremost, you need to be employed. Beforepay isn't for those who are unemployed or on government benefits. They need to see a regular income coming in. This leads to the next crucial point: your income needs to be consistent and paid into a recognized Australian bank account. Beforepay's system analyzes your bank statements to understand your income patterns and spending habits. They're looking for a steady flow of wages, not sporadic payments. Speaking of consistency, a key element Beforepay looks at is how often you get paid. You typically need to be paid weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. Irregular payment schedules might make it harder to qualify. They also assess the source of your income. It generally needs to come from an employer, not from gig work or self-employment where income can be less predictable. Another significant factor is your banking history. Beforepay's algorithm delves into your transaction data to assess your financial health. They're looking for signs of responsible money management. This means they'll consider your spending habits, if you frequently overdraw your account, or if you have a history of defaulting on payments. While they don't perform a traditional credit check that impacts your credit score, their internal assessment is still rigorous. They want to ensure you have the capacity to repay the advance without getting into further financial difficulty. While there's no strict minimum income advertised, your income needs to be sufficient to comfortably repay the advance plus the fixed fee. Beforepay's goal is to be a helpful tool, not something that pushes you deeper into debt. They also consider how long you've been employed at your current job. A longer, stable employment history generally looks more favorable. Finally, you need to be an Australian resident, at least 18 years old, and have an active mobile phone number. The application process is entirely through their app, and you'll need to link your bank account securely for them to assess your eligibility. The beauty of Beforepay is its speed. Once you qualify, funds can often be in your account within minutes. It's important to remember that while Beforepay can be incredibly useful for short-term needs, it's not a solution for ongoing financial difficulties. Always use it responsibly and only when you genuinely need a small bridge to your next paycheck. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.